Well, good day and welcome to episode 29 of The Driving Force presented by the Louisiana Transportation Research Center. My name is Todd Blunt. I'm joined today by my friend, colleague, and co-host, Garrett Wheat.
Good afternoon.
We are thrilled that you have chosen to join us as we continue in our second year now, highlighting the people and projects driving change in Louisiana transportation. For nearly 40 years, LTRC has merged the resources of our state government and Louisiana's universities to identify, develop, and implement new technology to enhance many critical aspects of the transportation system here in Louisiana and beyond. We sponsor and perform a really broad range of transportation research, and over our next several episodes, we're going to highlight the fantastic work of our most eclectic and far-reaching research group. So joining us on the show today to introduce and provide an overview of what we call our Special Studies Group is Research Administrator Dr. Julius Codjoe. Dr. Codjoe and his talented team, they do really phenomenal work here at LTRC, benefits Louisiana citizens, the transportation community as a whole. He's also just an incredibly kind and engaging guy. I think you're going to really enjoy hearing from him over the next few minutes. So we'll take a quick break before we begin our conversation with Julius. Well, welcome back to The Driving Force. We're thrilled to welcome Dr. Julius Codjoe, LTRC's Special Studies Research Administrator, to the show today. He's going to introduce us to the diverse and exciting research that this group is doing. Welcome, Julius.
Hello, Todd and Garrett. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's start by helping our listeners just get acquainted a little bit with you. What is your education and career background? What were some of the key steps on your journey that led you to where you are today?
All right. I don't even know where to start from. So, as you know, I was born and raised from Ghana. So that's where I had all my formative years. My Ghana at the time, our education was modeled after the British system. We were colonized by the British, if you don't know. We're going to be 69 years old this year. So we had 7 years of elementary and then 7 years of secondary before you go to college. Now, my 7 years of secondary was in a boarding school. So at the tender age of 12 years, I was in a boarding school.
Okay.
And that's where I would say is a great school, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. I need to mention it because that's where I would say formed me, made me who I am. My lifetime friends that I formed when I was in secondary school. So following on from there, I went to college, had my first degree in the University of Science and Technology, now named after Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who is the first president of Ghana. Following on from then, I went to Sweden. I got a scholarship to go to Sweden to do my master's. So I had straight from Ghana, from first degree, I went to Sweden, did my master's. Even though it was in Sweden, the program was in English.
Okay.
But then you had to take 6 months to learn the Swedish language. So I studied a bit of Swedish at the time.
All right.
Now all I can say is tack så mycket, which means thank you.
That's a good one to know.
And then my first job I actually got was in England. It was in London, working for a consulting firm. Eventually, I spent 10 years working there in consulting. I was able to get my chartered engineering from England, which is the equivalent of being a professional engineer here in the United States. And then in January 2011, I came to LSU to begin my PhD journey. So whilst I was at LSU, I was a graduate research assistant. For then, my advisor was called Dr. Sharif Ishaq, and LTRC at that time did not have any ITS program here. So Dr. Ishaq was doing all the ITS work for LTRC, and I happened to be his PhD graduate research assistant. So I was doing basically all the LTRC jobs. And that sort of endeared me to the management at LTRC. So I finished my PhD in December 2014, and at the time the director was Skip Paul, and he gave me my first job. So right away I jumped into LTRC. At LTRC I started off as a research associate, And then I rose to become a research assistant professor. At the same time, I took on a role of managing the ITS and traffic division here, and the ITS lab as part of it. And then somewhere, I think in 2020, I became a research administrator.
Well, getting into your work as the research administrator, this special studies term is pretty broad umbrella term to describe the type of research y'all do oversee. So can you outline the different research areas that your group works in?
Yes, so just like you said, special studies is pretty broad. So we have four main research areas here. We have traffic and ITS. ITS stands for Intelligent Transportation Systems.
Okay.
And we have Dr. Mumin, who handles that. We have traffic safety as well as a research area, and that is managed by Dr. Elisabeth Mitran. And then we have planning and intermodal, and that is managed by Dr. Rahman Ashifa. And then we have structures as well, and that is by Dr. Walid. And then we have other things that fall under special studies outside these four main areas. We have environmental water resources. Usually those research come to me, and then I look for the right resource to do it, or if I can handle it myself, I take care of it. We also have some legislative requests, and sometimes we do get some pressing needs from headquarters as well. I broadly put them under management and policy analysis. And then sometimes, basically, anything that does not fall under materials, pavement, or geotech, it gets thrown into special studies, and then I get to handle that.
Well, Julius, what are some of the ways that you in your administrative role work to foster like effective collaboration and communication on a team that is performing such a broad range of research?
You're very right. I mean, we do perform a broad range of research, and all my team members that I've mentioned, the four main areas, they are all subject matter experts. They've all got their PhDs. I work with them. I show them a lot of respect, and I think that motivates them. It allows for creativity within the group. One other thing I do is I have an open door policy, and that really encourages them to come to me. We don't have any way we meet like weekly, or we don't have a formal meeting schedule, but my door is always open. They come in, we talk about anything. We talk just not even about only projects or work related. We talk about everything. Yeah. So one thing I think LTRC, our directors here, have done very well is to create that family culture here. Gives you a sense of belonging. And I think that's something that really goes very well for my team as well. So we work as a family. I lead collaboratively and from the middle. And I think what that has done is developed a confident team that consistently outperforms and deliver results.
As you've mentioned, one of those areas that y'all focus is called Intelligent Transportation Systems, or ITS. And you also alluded to, we do have an ITS lab here on site at LTRC. I've been fortunate enough to see it. Pretty interesting stuff going on. So for those who aren't able to see it, could you share some of the tools and technologies y'all have available here in the lab, and also things that y'all do like outside on the roads that are key functions for what ITS actually is?
So the ITS lab that you mentioned is very dear to me because when I started off as a graduate research assistant doing my PhD with Dr. Ishak, that was one of the projects that I started working on. Yeah. At that time, that was in its very, very beginning. There was nothing here. It used to be like a conference room, and we had to transform that into an ITS lab. So I was right there from the very beginning, and that was in somewhere in 2012. Okay. And then we built it up. I mean, at the time, I was a research assistant. And then my first job at LTRC was actually to make sure the lab was operational.
Okay.
So I came in, changed the vision because we had a different vision when we first started building it. And then I came in and then started getting it running and operational. So even though now it's managed by Dr. Mumin, who is our ITS and traffic manager, I still have, it's still very dear to me, and I still keep going there. So some of the tools that we have in there, we have AI-enabled traffic cameras, and what they do is we install these cameras on the roadways, collect data, and then we have the capability for the equipment to actually do the counting for you.
Okay.
In the past, we had to employ undergrad students to manually sit there and count vehicles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we still do some of that to validate the results that we're getting from the AI-enabled cameras. But it's taken a lot of toll from the students. We do have state-of-the-art video walls there as well, which is comparable to any that you can get in a traffic management center. We have a drone system as well, which we recently acquired. And what that does is we're currently using it to collect data on the field to assist in traffic incident management.
So when there's a crash,
When there is a crash, and then what we do is usually when there's a crash, you have traffic cameras on there, and that sort of sends the traffic management centers can basically use the cameras, pan it to watch what is happening on the roadway, and then that will help in the response that is generated. Now, there are certain areas where you will not have traffic cameras, right? So what happens then? I mean, the supervisor or whoever is there has to use their own discretion and then think about what is happening there. Now, with the drone system, we can get there, activate it, collect information that can directly be sent back to the traffic management centers. So that's what we're trying to do to speed up traffic recovery when there is an incident. Software, we have a bunch of software in there, and what that does is really to help transform data into insights to help us enhance the safety and efficiency of the state's roadway system.
It's a very cool lab. Being able to get a firsthand look at some of what y'all do in there. Really good work. So, Julius, kind of stepping back, big picture again, how do you see the unique work that Special Studies Group is doing? How does it contribute to the overall mission that we have here at LTRC? And kind of as a follow-up to that, like what motivates you personally to keep doing this excellent, this innovative work every day?
Yeah, thanks, Todd. So I think one of the mission for LTRC is to merge the resources of DOTD and the universities to address transportation-related issues. My team, we work with students, undergraduate student workers from LSU. We work with graduate research assistants from University of Louisiana at Lafayette. We work with the university professors as well. The kind of work that we do. I would say uniquely, I mean, we have our structures group, and what they are doing is to help in bridge preservation and maintenance. My ITS and traffic group are working to relieve congestion on the roadways. The traffic safety group is working to support the vision of Destination Zero Death on Louisiana's roadways, and that is basically what we're saying we want to get to a stage where we'll have no fatalities on the roadway. And then my planning and intermodal group also helps to plan for all road users. So when we say all road users, that involves not just people driving, but for people, pedestrians and cyclists as well, and then people with all abilities. And I would say, I mean, looking at this broad range of research and the impact that it makes on people's lives, I mean, if that doesn't motivate you to come to work, what else will, right? So one of the things I cherish with LTRC is that we do what we call, applied research, right? There is basic research, which I always say is curiosity-driven, and then there is the applied research, which is solution-driven. We do applied research here, so most of our research findings actually get implemented on the
Yeah.
roadways. So you're looking at what's being implemented out there, and you're looking at the impacts you're making on people's lives, saving the Louisiana taxpayers. You're saving them a lot of, the taxpayers' dollars. I mean, you're giving them optimal return for whatever they're spending, and then you're looking at the lives you're saving and improving lives for all. If that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will motivate you.
Yeah, well said.
Well, as Todd mentioned, we'll talk to some other members of your group in some coming episodes. So we won't want to steal too much of their thunder, but is there anything that we haven't covered about you or your team that you would like our listeners to know, or something that you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so I mean, I think we've covered a lot. One thing, I mean, I should add is, I am generally I consider myself very blessed, and I love what I do, and to actually enjoy what you do and be paid for it, I think it's a blessing.
Sure.
So I definitely enjoy what I do. Again, as an engineer, sometimes you get great satisfaction in going out there and seeing your work actually implemented on the roadways. I mean, I will recall, I told you I used to work in England as well. So I went there 2 years ago with my son to my firstborn, Jason, to go, for a visit. Whilst there, I was pointing out to him some of the work that I had done, designed, and is actually on the roadways.
Wow.
It just gave me a sense of pride, and then I can tell he was very proud of his dad. And even here, in my administrative role, I manage a contract where, when you're driving down the interstate, you see all those travel times that you see on those big signs we call dynamic message signs, right? That's from a contract that I manage, right? So it provides travel time information for people to help them with their journeys as well. So looking at all those things, it brings some warmth into your heart, right? And then I would say I maintain a fantastic work-life balance, and I encourage that for my team as well. And Garrett may know about this. I'm an avid racquetball player. I play racquetball 3 times a week. And last year I won 2 trophies. All right.
Nice.
Yeah. And then again, I'm the vice president of GREAT. GREAT stands for Gulf Region Intelligent Transportation Society. And what we do is it's a chapter of ITS America. And we advocate for implementation of innovative and advanced transportation solutions for all road users in Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
Okay.
So that's something that I do outside work as well. And let me give you a fun fact as well. I actually hold 3 passports.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a citizen of Ghana, United Kingdom, and United States. Why wouldn't I feel blessed?
Well, thank you so much, Julius, for joining us today and for highlighting what you and your team are doing every day to advance LTRC's mission and serve the citizens of Louisiana. Before we go, we have one more bit of business. We want to have a little bit of fun with a few what we call lightning round questions. Garrett's going to ask these. This is just to help our listeners get to know you a little bit better. So,
I
Garrett.
hope you'll be excited.
Yeah, well, I was talking about you stealing the thunder of your team, and you're stealing some of my thunder now.
But we want to hear more.
Yeah, so let's talk racquetball.
Okay.
As he mentioned, he actually plays racquetball with my uncle, so we've chatted about it a little bit. And you recently won a singles championship and
A doubles.
and a doubles. So we're pretty impressed.
Well, doubles, I was runner-up. Yeah.
Still, you got the trophy to prove it.
That's right.
So can you talk just anything you want to talk about that? Why do you enjoy it? Where did that enjoyment come from? When did you start playing?
So actually, for the people that I play racquetball with here, they've been playing racquetball since they were kids. I only took up the sport when I came to America.
Really?
So-
Out of all the American sports, you
That's
picked
right.
racquetball.
So I took racquetball. I was in 2014. I started playing at LSU UREC, That was where I started playing, and I loved it because I don't do any other exercise that keeps me fit. It's enjoyable. I have great team players. The folks I play with are really good. They all have the passion for it. We play after work, Mondays, Wednesdays, and then sometimes we do Friday morning. Early morning at 5 o'clock. And then Saturdays, we play at Saturdays in the morning as well from 8 o'clock going. And sometimes, especially Saturdays, we can play for 4 hours or 5 hours non-stop. We love it. It's a sport I love, and I'll do it and do it again.
Well, you mentioned a couple of times having passport holder in Ghana, the UK, and the US. What's one valuable thing you've learned from being a quote-unquote global citizen?
Global citizen indeed, yeah. So, again, like I told you, I feel blessed just having those, 3 passports. Now, depending on where I am, I know which one to use. So when I'm in Ghana, I'm using my Ghana passport, right? Because that is what will open doors for you.
Yeah.
When I'm in the United States, of course, I'm using my American passport. And when I'm in England, I'm using my British passport. But again, I think the benefit of all of that is the visa-free travel. Okay, just being able to travel to places that you want to go without having to go queue for visas.
Yeah.
I mean, you all don't have any clue, but having a Ghana passport and wanting to travel abroad is pretty difficult. All right. I mean, just to try and get a visa to go, because you have to constantly prove that you're going there for the genuine reason that you said you were going, and you will return back to your country. Right now, not having to prove that to anybody, just buy your ticket and just jump on the plane and go anywhere. It's a blessing most of you don't even know you have. Okay.
Speaking of Ghana, we've heard about this tradition of Jama songs. Do you have a favorite one you'd be willing to share and maybe sing a verse or two?
Oh, Garrett, you put me on the spot.
You can thank Milhan for this one.
Oh, look at him. Okay. So Jama songs are great. And I have to deliver here because my friends will not forgive me if I can't do any Jama here. So Jama songs is basically, any songs that you sing at events like football, soccer games, athletics, and one that comes to mind now is Waya waya nukoko, waya waya nukoko. Everybody, bring your calabashi, mofia mokesa neba. Waya waya nukoko. And my Ghanaian guys can continue singing for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's the first time we've had someone sing on the podcast.
There you go.
Well, thanks so much again for your time and for just for everything you've shared with us today. It's been a pleasure to host you for this conversation. We're looking forward to talking with the other members of the team to learn more about what y'all do and why it matters so much. So we're going to step away briefly before we come back to close out today's episode.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Garrett. Keep up doing a great job that you're all doing.
That's all we have for you on episode 29 of The Driving Force, presented by the Louisiana Transportation Research Center. You can learn more about what's happening at LTRC on a daily basis by visiting us online at ltrc.lsu.edu or on social media through Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We encourage you to like, follow, subscribe to our channels on each of these platforms to stay up to date on everything. We also encourage you, go check out the wide variety of published work from Julius and the entire Special Studies group, which is available on our LTR website under publications. We'll link to that in today's show notes as well. We hope you'll join us on our next episodes. We continue this series, and we're going to dive into the really important world of transportation safety research with Dr. Elizabeta Mitran. Until then, we are your hosts, Garrett Wheat and Todd Blunt, and we thank you so much again for joining us today. Drive safely out there.